This video went in a slightly different direction than what I expected. Originally, this was meant to be kind of a speed run to see how quickly I could make a Flappy Bird clone. However, while recording, you can see about 15 seconds in, I lost the timer and didn't realise. So instead, I have decided to go all in and make a little Flappy Bird clone that I can release onto the Play Store. So this is how I made Swimmy Dave. I'm sure many of you know Flappy Bird, the small game where you play as a little bird flying through pipes. The topic of Flappy Bird is actually quite a deep one in and of itself. The game caused quite the controversy for the creator and ultimately led to him taking the game down. But of course, that has only led to the rise of Flappy Bird clones, which before doing any recording, I actually played a few for a reference. They were of varying quality. Some tried to give a spin on the game, when some completely reinvented it, creating some really fun gameplay. One of them had some unlockable characters that looked very familiar to another game. Onto the game making. During the speed run, I focused purely on making a functional version of Flappy Bird. Luckily, the gameplay of Flappy Bird is pretty simple. It just boils down to when the screen is tapped, bird jump. If bird hits obstacle, dies. In the speed run section of development, I created the basic gameplay and some very basic menus to play the game. If you take my word for it, it took me 2 hours and 32 seconds. So, if you think you can beat it, and honestly I think you probably can because I run into a couple problems here and there, go for it. I'm sure you can see, however, that this looks awful. So I needed some art to make the game look better. And I had the brilliant idea of, instead of a bird, you play as a fish who swims. And his name? Dave! I used a sprite to create my pixel art masterpiece. There he is, Dave. Of course, the game needed a background and some pipes too. I decided to make my pipes eels, and because they needed to be long to fill up the screen, they took an eternity to colour in. Of course, I created an underwater themed background and used the parallaxing feature in Godot to create some depth. I also wanted the swimming to feel more responsive, so created a little bubble particle effect and a small animation for Dave when he swims. And here we go. Dave, chill out, man. I fixed the super spinny animation, and now the game looks like this. Not too bad if I say so myself, and I have the artistic skills of a drowning fish. I'm no expert, but I feel no game is complete without some kind of sound, as at the moment the game feels like an empty wasteland. So what did I use to create the sounds in the game? Of course, water! I used a combination of water and noises from myself. Always wanted to use that sound in a game, to create the sounds. I also whipped up some music that will probably get on your nerves after 10 minutes, but hey, it's better than nothing. But with all that stuff together, this is what we get. There were just a couple features I wanted to add, one of those being moving eels. I created the movement for the eels basically using a sine wave and moving the eel along it. I added this feature to vary the gameplay a little bit. It's only a small chance that the eels will move, but it means that you've got to stay on alert just in case they do move. Finally, I added a few unlocks. I created a few different fish that you could unlock, all with their own unique sounds. I don't want to spoil all of them, but meet Zonk, the thick clownfish, who looks a bit like he's in pain, but he does make a cool sound as well. This feature was a pain to implement, as I had to learn how to save and load data in Godot. Specifically, I needed to save your high scores, and what fish you wanted to play. My research sort of showed that it wasn't quite as simple as I first expected, but what I've made in the game seems to work for now. Some of these fish are just unlocked through playing the game, but others you get through getting a really high score. This one here even has his own unique music, so good luck unlocking him. KP Games historians I think will appreciate this character. And that's it! Swimmy Dave is completed. I've just finished the process of publishing the app and now waiting for the game to be approved. If you're seeing this video, then that probably means the game is up. So if you want to support me, then please play Swimmy Dave. I'll leave a link to it in the top of the description. If not, then please like, share and subscribe. That also goes a long way. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm hoping 2024 can bring lots of new videos, games and ideas. So hopefully, I'll see you soon.